Alright. Safe spaces. I'm offended. You're too insensitive. Words this generation uses far too often. Good morning, Dr. Jones and my fellow classmates. My name is Jacqueline Benedict. Today, I will persuade you that it is better to teach mental toughness than to have others cater to your own personal feelings. The problem at hand is that today, the younger generation cannot control their own emotions. That rather than toughen up or take on some self-responsibility, people want to direct their focuses elsewhere. When someone has a different opinion or feel as if they are being attacked, they go into a defensive mode and cry out to others, figuratively and literally. According to an article regarding mental toughness in school, a study involving 4,500 young people across the UK showed that when children are taught to be mentally tough, they are more positive in their behavior, more resilient and goal-focused to complete school, less emotionally distressed, and disruptive in their behavior in class. This mental toughness teaches individuals that they can overcome life, that life is not a threat, and that obstacles can be defeated. Imagine that you're in school again. The person who always picked on you arrives at your locker and starts calling you inappropriate names. You think back at how you handled it before, maybe said some names back, or even cried about it to a teacher. Knowing how bullies work, any of these approaches would only add fuel to the fire. So, this time you decide to ignore the bully, smile, do whatever you have to do at your locker, and just simply walk away and leave him or her in the dust. In most cases, the bully will not know how to handle the fact that his words are no longer hurtful. Or imagine that you're taking a test, and you start to feel intimidated by the content that's in front of you. You can either put your pencil down, cry, tell yourself that you're not good enough, or you can think about how awesome you are, how hard you studied, and that all this is a test, just a piece of paper. One article refers to mental toughness as some sort of screen for bullying. That within sports or any kind of road to success, it is natural to face good days and bad days. So if a bad day is expected, then why must an individual have to act so tough or be criticized so much if they are simply going through a learning process? The competitive nature of sports means that harsh criticism is likely to happen along the way. But where does one draw the line between criticism and bullying? The answer here could be what you take away from the lesson, or the criticism, or the words. A weak-minded individual may think to themselves, man, I am just such a failure, I can't seem to get this right. But a mentally tough individual may take a better approach and say, well, today I learned another way that's wrong that will help me get this done in the future. One step closer to success. It matters not what someone says to you, but how you take it and how you run with it. Some individuals talk about how hard it is to be mentally strong, but sometimes all you have to do is just pick your battles wisely. Think about the time that's spent dwelling on things that other people say. Think about the time that's wasted trying to justify the blatantly irrational opinions of others. Think about what you could have accomplished, but instead you sat in your room feeling sorry for yourself and crying. So much time is wasted trying to get people to cater to your needs and your emotions. The amount of time spent on social media trying to find the perfect meme or post that may fit your temporary feelings, there is no benefit to sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. Now comes probably the biggest issue, which is how do we help prepare our generation and future generations to come for this challenge that is called life? We develop children with mental toughness. Mental toughness helps athletes, it helps leaders, business managers, musicians. What determines this toughness is the amount of grit that an individual has, the willpower to continue, and the desire to be successful. Mentally tough individuals do not have to be the smartest, the fastest, or the strongest, but they need to be able to set clear goals, ignore distractions, and disregard any kind of negative feedback. There are three phrases that stood out to me when I was reading. Define what mental toughness is to you. Mental toughness is built through small physical wins. And mental toughness is about your habits, not your motivation, stated by the author James Clear. An idea that I have to fix these mentally weak individuals, or even prevent having more weak-minded people in our society, would be to dedicate a week or even a class period in health to going over mental toughness. Give scenarios to the students and have them work out their problems in a way that does not involve directing their feelings or emotions onto others, or having them lean against an adult for support. The most successful people in life stray away from self-pity. During English classes in high school or college, assign students to pick up books that could help them be successful. A good book to read, for example, regarding this topic is called Developing Mental Toughness by Peter Clough and Doug Stryperzik. Alright, so how many people here, audience, have been told something mean about themselves? Alright. How many of you have been stressed out by exams? I better see all hands up because it's like finals week. Okay, cool. Yeah, me too. Alright. What was the most beneficial response to it? Was it crying? Was it shrugging the issue off? Was it telling yourself that you're awesome? And studying? Which one was it? Studying.
Food.
And eating food, yes. But realizing that you're also awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. The problem is that people waste their time trying to fix things that can easily just be ignored. Anti-bullying and anti-stress messages are of course great to see because that means people care about what you're going through, but why not encourage people to better themselves as well? You're already teaching a bully or a test that they're not welcome, so why don't you build yourself up and be ready to take on what life brings. Life is not a threat, merely just a chance to be successful. Thank you.